Stop saying I'm happy when expressing how you feel in English. Guys, there are better advanced English words and phrases you can use to better express the fact that you feel happy in English. In this video lesson, I will teach you over 20 other ways to express the fact that you feel happy in English. Now, if this is the first time you're here on my YouTube channel, welcome. My name's Adriana from EnglishTeacherAdriana.com. I help English learners improve their English, boost their confidence, to finally speak English confidently. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on notifications so that you know you get that bell when I post my next video lesson here to help you improve your confidence speaking in English. Guys, throughout this lesson, there'll be many new words, many new phrases you can use instead of always saying I'm happy in English. To help you remember and use these new words and phrases, make sure to be using and applying the shadowing technique. So while you're watching this video lesson, learning the new words and phrases, make sure to say them out loud. Repeat the examples. Repeat everything I'm saying to help you remember and use this new vocabulary when speaking in English. Go and find yourself a quiet corner and let's begin with the first word you could use instead of happy. Let's begin with the first word you could use instead of happy, and that word is cheerful. Cheerful. Guys, this is a great polite word to be using in conversational settings instead of the word happy. It has the same meaning, it's a little bit more polite, a lot formal, great to be using in formal settings with friends, family, in a work setting, anywhere you want to be a little bit more formal and express your happiness. For example, she was cheerful when she found out she would be promoted. Careful pronunciation, cheerful, cheerful. Cheerful. Now, another word you could use to express a very happy period of time is the word joyful. Joyful. So this is a great word to be using to express a period of time that brings you a lot of joy and happiness. For example, Christmas is such a joyful time of the year. So here, joyful is a great word to use instead of happy to describe the fact that the Christmas period is a very happy time. A lot of people feel joy. It's a joyful period. Careful pronunciation, joyful. Joyful. Now, if you'd like to be a little bit more blunt, but still express the fact that you're happy. So maybe you're not feeling really happy, but you are feeling some excitement. A great word to be using in this setting is the word glad. Glad. For example, I'm glad she got the promotion. So here, glad isn't as happy as the word happy or joyful or cheerful, but I am still happy for her. Careful pronunciation, glad. Glad. Now, if you would like to describe somebody as really happy, another great word you could use is the word blissful. Blissful. For example, the couple was blissful holding their newborn baby. So imagine a couple with a newborn baby. I'm sure they're feeling very happy. Instead of saying very happy, they were blissful holding their baby. It's a great word to be using in this setting. Careful pronunciation, blissful. Blissful. Now, if you like to describe that somebody is really happy and they are also full of life, a great word to be using in this setting is the word lively. Lively. For example, she's lively when she's out in nature. So here you're describing that she's full of life, which is causing her to be very happy. She is lively when she's out in nature. Careful pronunciation, lively. Lively. Now, if you'd like to describe that somebody isn't always happy, but they have periods, they have moods when they're happy, then you could use a phrase to be in a good mood. For example, he was in a good mood when he got the promotion. This is a great phrase to use instead of the word happy to express the fact that he's happy. Careful pronunciation, to be in a good mood. To be in a good mood. Now, if you got some really good news, for example, you won the lottery, of course you would be happy, but there is another phrase you could use in this setting, and a great phrase to be using in this context is to be over the moon. To be over the moon. For example, I was over the moon when I won the lottery. So here, I'm expressing that I was really happy. Careful pronunciation, to be over the moon. To be over the moon. Now, a less formal word you could use to express the fact that you're really happy is also with the word thrilled. Thrilled. This is used a lot in TV shows and movies. For example, I was thrilled when I heard the news that would go on vacation next month. So here, I was really happy. Careful pronunciation, thrilled. Thrilled. Let's move on now and have a look at some polite words you could use in really formal conversations you may find yourself in. Now, the word delighted. Delighted is a very formal, it's a very polite way of expressing the fact that you're happy. For example, I was delighted when I found out my students passed the test. So here, it delighted me. It made me feel happy. I wasn't thrilled, so if we put this on the scale, it's not right at the top, but it made me happy. Careful pronunciation, delighted. Delighted. Now, a very similar word to delighted is the word pleased. Pleased. Again, this is very formal, it's a very polite way of expressing you're happy, and it's great to be using in a work setting. For example, I was pleased when I found out all my students passed the test. Careful pronunciation, pleased. Pleased. Also, the word satisfied. Satisfied is a great word to be using to describe maybe something that someone's done for you. You're happy and they've done this up to your standards. For example, I was satisfied when I heard all my students pass the test. So if they didn't pass the test, I wouldn't have been happy, but they all did and it made me happy, and I could use the word satisfied here to express this. Careful pronunciation, satisfied. Satisfied. But if you feel really happy, so maybe something really good happened to you. For example, Mary, her fiance, proposed to her. Instead of her telling me, hey Adriana, I'm happy, she could use the word beaming. Beaming. For example, she was beaming after her fiance proposed to her. So here, instead of saying she was very happy, she was beaming. Careful pronunciation, beaming. Beaming. Now, a very similar word to this is the word ecstatic. Ecstatic. For example, she was ecstatic after her fiance proposed to her. So here, instead of saying she was really happy, ecstatic is a great word to be using in this setting. Careful though, ecstatic is a little bit more informal. It's great to be using in conversational settings with people that you know really well. Careful pronunciation, ecstatic. Ecstatic. But a more formal word you could use instead of ecstatic is the word overjoyed. Overjoyed. For example, she was overjoyed after her fiance proposed to her. So here, this is a formal, great polite word to be using instead of happy or ecstatic in this setting. Careful pronunciation, overjoyed. Overjoyed. There are also some phrases, some idioms you could use to express happiness. For example, to be on top of the world. To be on top of the world. This is a great idiom to describe the fact that you're really happy and you feel like you're the king, you're on top of the world. For example, she was on top of the world after her fiance proposed to her. So here, instead of saying she was really happy, she was on top of the world. Careful pronunciation, to be on top of the world. On top of the world. Also, a very similar idiom to this is the idiom in seventh heaven. In seventh heaven. Again, this means to be really happy. For example, she was in seventh heaven after her fiance proposed to her. So here, great idiom to be using instead of just saying really happy. Careful pronunciation, in seventh heaven. In seventh heaven. Or you could also use the idiom walking on air. Walking on air. So if you see that somebody's really happy, they don't see anybody else around them, they almost look like they're flying, then you could use this idiom walking on air. For example, Mary was walking on air after her fiance proposed to her. Careful pronunciation, walking on air. Walking on air. Also, the idiom on cloud nine is a great idiom to use to express the fact that somebody is really happy. For example, Mary was on cloud nine after her fiance proposed to her. Careful pronunciation, on cloud nine. On cloud nine. Remember guys, that practice makes perfect. Make sure to watch this video lesson a few times. Use and apply the shadowing technique to help you remember and use these new words, new phrases when speaking in English. Let's take it one step further now by completing a homework task together. Watch this video lesson for a third time. Choose 5 new words, 5 new phrases, and use them in a sentence in the comments below this video. Remember guys, if you like this video lesson, please do let me know by smashing that like button. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on notifications so you know you get that bell when I post my next video lesson here to help you improve your English. Continue learning with me by downloading my free audio guide where I share with you exactly what you need to be doing every single day to get the confidence you deserve to drastically improve your confidence speaking in English. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next lesson. Bye for now.